the Pontifical Biblical Commission came out with a series of statements or clarifications about the Catholic position on Genesis. I've mentioned one of those decisions about the meaning, the possible meaning of the word yom or day. And there was also something on this question of the Pentateuch, who is the author of the Pentateuch. And at that time, these things were phrased as questions. It was like, is it possible for Catholics to believe that someone other than Moses was the author of the first 5 books of the Bible? Or should we believe blah, 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 blah? And there's just a short answer. Yes to the first, no to the second, something like that. So what they said about Moses was that Catholics should still believe that Moses was the author of the 5 books, but that he could have fully made use of sources in writing it, or he could have passed on his documents, like he did research and had some documents, passed them on to someone else to write it. The Pentateuch ultimately came from Moses. It's kind of like the same with St. Paul in the book, the Epistle to the Hebrews. So did St. Paul write the Epistle to the Hebrews? Well, it seems like the thought of St. Paul, but not the writing style of St. Paul. So maybe St. Paul used a secretary. Maybe that's what happened. So that was the decision of the Pontifical Biblical Commission. And that's, I think, what the position I would hold is that Moses was at the source of the Pentateuch, but he may not have written every single word. He may have used a secretary, or he may have used sources. Obviously, the book of Deuteronomy talks about the death of Moses. So Moses could not have written about his own death. There's no way.